Finally. Play my shit!
Hey, stupid! You don't have an intro yet.
What's up, everybody? Anime X here, and in this video, I'll be adding a part 12 to the fan favorite What If Naruto's in Uchiha. You guys know, if you were in the stream, why there's no like goals. If you weren't in the stream, go watch the stream. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I'm not gonna say that in a video. So, without further ado, we're gonna jump into the recap, then jump right into the What If itself, which I think is gonna be extremely long based on the script, but whatever. Let's get started. Now, in the last part of the What If, we saw Naruto and Sasuke find out that Gaara was dead and was killed by an Akatsuki member. They also had a quick reunion with their team members. And after that, Orochimaru was killed, and Hebi was formed, so they could take down the Akatsuki and Itachi. So that's where we'll jump right back into the What If. Now, like I said in my recap, Hebi has been formed, and Naruto and Sasuke are now preparing to lead this team to go take on Itachi, along with the rest of the Akatsuki. Now, when all these people are gathered, we see Karin fawning all over Sasuke, just like how she does in the original. And when Sasuke ignores her, she looks at Naruto in a fairly weird way, and she starts drifting over to him, making Naruto sort of uncomfortable. So Getsu looks at Naruto and Sasuke, and then decides that he wants to be the leader, so he challenges them to a fight. Then, as soon as he finishes uttering his challenge, Naruto and Sasuke both turn to him with a smile that sends chill down his spine. Then he revokes his challenge, and he just turns into a puddle, just from the sheer presence that they both exuded in that moment. Then Naruto and Sasuke and the rest of Team Heavy walk out of Orochimaru's hideout in search of information on the Akatsuki and Itachi. Jugo, if you guys are wondering, is, being subjugated by just Sasuke's presence, and he got off a very Kimimaro presence, so he would just listen to him. Now, as they are wandering the lands in search for some news about the Akatsuki, Naruto and Sasuke are discussing what their longer-term plans are, and what exactly they're going to do to reach those goals. Naruto is currently discussing the idea of finding and taking down the remaining members of Akatsuki first, and forcing them to tell where Itachi is. Then Naruto brings up the million-dollar question that's been on his mind since the massacre. He builds up the courage to ask Sasuke, "Hey, are we going to kill Itachi without asking him some questions first?" Sasuke looks up at the sky and contemplates Naruto's question because Sasuke is well aware of Naruto's hypothesis of Itachi killing the clan for the good of the village, or maybe because he was ordered to or forced to by some higher-ranking leaf ninja. And if Sasuke is being completely honest with himself, it's a possibility to consider, since Itachi was a very pacifistic person in nature, and for him to just switch his whole ideology on the drop of a dime makes little to no sense to Sasuke. Although he has been equating this to basically he didn't know Itachi that well. On the other hand, though, Sasuke has hatred for Itachi in his heart, and that's not just something he can ignore. The feelings that he has are very valid because Itachi did kill their family and did take away their childhood that they could have had. Instead of giving a definite answer, he just responds with a question of his own. "Naruto, what would you do if a leaf ordered him to kill our clan?" Now that question is something that has been nagging at the back of Naruto's mind since that question is crucial to his whole theory and hypothesis as a whole. Naruto then looks at Sasuke and then in the most genuine of fashion says that Konoha is their home, and the people that may have given the order might have a reason to, so they need more information before they can make a solid decision. Sasuke then says that he might never look at the villagers the same again, and Sasuke, in a moment of being completely honest and being completely in the light, says that if Sasuke figures out that Itachi was forced to kill the clan by someone in the leaf, or they ordered him to do so, he might be overwhelmed with an anger and rage that surpasses his even that to kill Itachi, so he might attempt to do anything just to get back at the Leaf Village. So while Sasuke doesn't actually hold any truth to this value, he tells Naruto that if Sasuke does freak out, if it is found out that Itachi was ordered to do this, Naruto needs to stop him and bring him back from the depths of hell. Naruto then sticks out his hand to Sasuke, and Sasuke does the same, and their fists clash, signifying that there is now a pact between them. Naruto won't allow Sasuke to go into the darkness, even if Naruto himself is there as well. And then Naruto just whispers to himself his own motto, "The darkest shadows," and Sasuke finishes by saying, "requires the brightest light." Then Naruto and Sasuke decide that they aren't going to get anywhere with the search today if they're all grouped up together. So Team Heavy is basically going to head into the city on the outskirts of the village, and Naruto and Sasuke are officially going to basically be on in the woods area looking for any Akatsuki members they could find. They really can't go in the village anyway or any places around it, so they decide that the rest of Heavy is probably going to be the better bet, so they head into the woods to set up camp and then start making on their search. And then they notice that there seem to be people on top of a dragon that have robes of the Akatsuki, and as soon as they spot this, they're instantly flying at the dragon at high speeds. Sasuke is going at it with a Chidori and Naruto with Rasengan. Then Sasuke aimed his Chidori at Toby, and of course, he thinks he slices through because of Kamui, but so Sasuke goes flying straight through his target and right back to the ground. He's confused about how this happened though. Naruto aimed his Rasengan at Deidara, but Deidara is able to react to this attack and counter by kicking Naruto back down. When Deidara and Toby look at the two who just attacked them, they notice that they both have Sharingan, meaning they're Uchiha. And then Deidara notices that even further, one of these Uchiha is the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki that they've been looking for. That also means that the other Uchiha is Itachi's brother, and this makes Deidara happy because now he has the opportunity to take out 3 birds with one stone. An Uchiha, Itachi's brother, two Uchiha, Itachi's brother, and a Jinchuriki. So I guess you could say 4 birds with one stone, or 1 explosion. And now Deidara starts boasting about how he must be so lucky that he'll get to take out some Uchiha along with another Jinchuriki. This sentence actually makes Naruto hesitate and think of Gaara just due to the fact that Akatsuki said they were looking for tailed beasts. And if this is the guy that killed Gaara, he needs to get his revenge for Gaara. Now, Deidara then just says that capturing the One-Tails and Nine-Tails very close to each other just displays that art is an explosion and it truly is beautiful. Now that he has confirmation that is the member that killed Gaara, Naruto starts shaking, and Sasuke knows that Naruto is angry. When Sasuke tells Naruto to calm down, Naruto just looks at Deidara and just says to Sasuke, "Don't worry, Sasuke. I'm as calm as I've ever been." Ikuzo, Sasuke. Meanwhile, in Konoha, Sakura and the rest of Team 7 are reporting to Tsunade about how the mission went. They talk about how Naruto and Sasuke were still with Orochimaru and how they are extremely strong now. Then Sakura divulges the information that Naruto gave to her when he placed her in a Genjutsu. She tells Tsunade that they initially asked for 3 years to fulfill their goals and they'll come back to the village. When Tsunade contemplates all of the information he's given her, Sakura then goes on to beg Tsunade to give them more time before she officially lists them as a rogue ninja or not. Or maybe she can send Jiraiya to monitor them, make sure that they're safe, make sure that they're not doing anything that could harm the village. Tsunade brings up the fact that if Jiraiya or anyone knew about their whereabouts, this conversation wouldn't be happening right now. They would have been at least attempted to be captured and brought back to the Leaf. Sakura says that the only crime that they've committed is leaving without permission. And if they actually do kill Itachi or take out any other Akatsuki members, they'll be doing a service for the village. And as they are having this conversation, some random Chunin rushes into the room and out of breath hands Tsunade a letter. And as she reads it, she's astonished by what those two have done. And she's also astonished by what a certain trash character, Donzo, has put on that letter. She then looks at Sakura and Team 7 and says that they will be given a slight extension before they are rogued and hunted down by the village. Now, the reason Tsunade says this without any intent to actually do so is just due to the fact that Sakura will refuse to leave if that isn't said. Kakashi, on the other hand, decides to stay after Sakura leaves the room and asks Tsunade how long they have until the rogue ninja are officially have to be handled by the village. Tsunade just says and looks up that there is no extension. They are going to be basically pursued as of now. Naruto and Sasuke will be deemed rogue ninja and be hunted by the Foundation. Kakashi hears this and asks why Tsunade and the Council of Elders said this is okay, but it's just due to the fact that Naruto's a Jinchuriki, so he has to be brought back in the village in order to keep him out of the Akatsuki's clutches. Kakashi is more than surprised when he hears that Naruto and Sasuke were able to kill Orochimaru, which Tsunade does explain that she saw from the letter. And he's also saddened by the fact that Naruto and Sasuke, his 2 pupils, are being treated like criminals, even though they haven't really done anything wrong. Now, the people that were much closer to Naruto as a person understand that Naruto is a great person, and if he left the village for Sasuke, then they should respect his decision, and that basically means Sasuke is worth it by default. Although they do understand he has to be forcefully brought back, Hinata, Sakura, Kakashi, Shikamaru, Choji, Konohamaru, Tsunade, and many other friends of Naruto are saddened by Naruto being hunted down. But people that were on the mission that almost died, or maybe didn't even get along with him from the beginning, like Neji or Kiba, they feel utterly betrayed by Naruto, and they are glad that he's being treated like a criminal because he's supposed to. Neji and Kiba almost died for this mission, and Naruto just deserted it without a moment's notice. So this leaves the citizens of Konoha rather divided on their stance in the situation, but nonetheless, Sasuke and Naruto don't seem to have an option to come back home like nothing happened. We now hop back over to the Naruto, Sasuke, and Deidara fight. So, as they are preparing to fight Deidara, Naruto to avenge Gaara, and Sasuke to get ready to get Akatsuki information on Itachi, Deidara then jumps off of his dragon onto the ground to size up Naruto and Sasuke's strength. He starts off by boasting about how easily he's able to take down another tailed beast, and while he's doing so, Naruto and Sasuke both run towards Deidara and tell be faster than they can react. Naruto uses Chidori to cut through Obito yet again, and Obito just kind of slips through, and Sasuke uses his sword to slash directly at Deidara, who is able to backflip in time to dodge the attack. Then Toby gets up, surprising Naruto, who thought he had killed him in one shot. Deidara then uses a couple of C1 explosions to test their reaction and jutsu abilities, which get negated by, Sasuke's use of Chidori Senbon. Then Deidara looks at Sasuke and notices that Naruto is gone. Toby tells him to look out as Naruto comes down from Deidara with kunai in hand. Then Deidara makes a quick explosion that blows Naruto and himself up in the ensuing explosion, but then the familiar sound of a shadow clone dying or getting unsummoned reaches Deidara's ears and he realizes what happened a moment before it's too late. So he makes some dummies and he's able to basically a bunch of humanoid bombs that leap at Naruto while he's in the air clinging to him, and with his signature phrase, "Kots," he explodes. Deidara is almost caught in that explosion, but he's able to see Naruto flying through the smoke with his arms all cut up but a fierce look in his eyes. Deidara almost gets caught staring right back at Naruto, but he realizes that it's a trap, so he looks away and sees Sasuke running at him full speed. He then extends his blade with lightning release and stabs Deidara in the shoulder, keeping him in place. Naruto then comes down with a kunai and stabs Deidara in the other arm and leaps directly off of him and launches a fireball jutsu. Deidara is about to be hit with this attack until Toby comes to the way and warps them away from the ensuing explosion. Naruto and Sasuke then jump back and land next to each other. Naruto and Sasuke have an extremely quick exchange where Naruto tells Sasuke to make sure that the masked guy doesn't get in the way of Naruto taking on the blonde guy because he has some personal reasons for fighting him. Sasuke just nods to Naruto and lets him know that he has his back, but then Naruto is almost caught off guard when Deidara releases another clay bomb. He dodges the initial strike, but it makes a sharp turn towards him and he's just barely able to dodge the second strike. As this is happening, Kurama is going off in his head saying that something isn't right. Deidara seems to be holding multiple tricks up his sleeve that Naruto and Sasuke don't want to face. Naruto has to ignore this though so he can actually focus on fighting, and then Sasuke warns Naruto that the other guy, the one with the weird mask, planted mines all over the battlefield, so they need to be careful. Naruto isn't very careful regardless, and he decides that he's going to test the yield of the explosion for himself, since he needs to gauge the strength of the explosion and the speed which they'll explode at anyway. So with that, he makes a seal for the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and all of the clones scatter and are detonating the bombs so Naruto and Sasuke can stay relatively safe and, test where the bombs are. Meanwhile, Sasuke activates his stage 2 curse mark and sprouts his wings. Then starts to, throws a couple of demon wind shurikens at Deidara, which lead him to the real Naruto extremely subtly. Deidara then starts to basically get sneak attacked because Naruto silently leaps into the air and comes down with a kunai and stabs Deidara directly in the back. Because they need to be able to question him, he does not go for a killing blow or anything that he could think could possibly even be fatal. But when the kunai connects to Deidara's back, Deidara himself starts expanding and Naruto realizes that this was a trap. So he's caught in an explosion, and as Naruto falls down from the sky, Sasuke is currently attacking Deidara. Naruto then lands and looks up and sees that another Deidara seems to be rapidly expanding, and Naruto instinctively knows that they have to get as far away from that explosion as possible, so he gets up and runs in the same direction as Sasuke. Then the Deidara pops and the C4 spread. Just like in the original, Naruto and Sasuke use Genjutsu in order to attempt to catch Deidara off guard. Deidara predicted that they would be able to do this and surprises them and completely traps them in another C4. Then, also like in the original, they are able to escape, and Sasuke is able to basically get a nice punch on Deidara, and they're both basically low on chakra. Naruto, on the other hand, is relatively good on chakra, so he's ready. He makes it yet another Chidori, but then we see Deidara feed that chest mouth some clay, and then Deidara is like, nah, I'm done with this, and uses C0, which once he uses, Kurama told him that he knew he had something up his sleeve, and Kurama had been building up chakra just in case for this. But Naruto and Sasuke, both in base, are in bad shape. Sasuke's arms were damaged when protecting Naruto on multiple occasions, not allowing him to actually summon Manda now. Kurama then kicks in, asks Naruto for complete control, and through their relationship, Naruto has learned to actually trust Kurama, so he completely gives him control, and Kurama responds by using 6 tails to strengthen Naruto's defense, and so he uses the tails to actually protect Sasuke to a certain degree. After this explosion, Naruto's body is completely broken. Skin's burned, bones shattered, and his body in overall agony. Naruto falls to the ground and passes out. Sasuke then looks at Naruto's body and sees that Naruto saved him, but before Sasuke could do so much as even register the fact that Naruto is injured, Sasuke passes out as well. And that, everybody, is where I'm going to end part 12 to the What If Naruto in Uchiha series. This was really long and intensive part to the What If, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys appreciate how long this took. If you enjoyed the video and haven't already done so, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss out on more Naruto Uchiha content. Like I said, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always guys, this is AnimeX, signing off.